Bonjour, en ce day, on va se diriger sur une vidéo. Alors, ça va pas être une réaction musicale, ça va être une réaction de présentation de, de Pau en règle générale, de son matériel, je crois. Donc, c'était vraiment une vidéo autre que musicale, axée sur Pau, parce qu'aujourd'hui, c'est le Pau Day. Donc voilà, on va se diriger dessus. J'espère que vous allez apprécier. On est parti parce que là, c'est 8 minutes 22. Donc je vous souhaite une excellente vision parce qu'il n'y aura pas forcément de musique. Pas forcément, je ne sais pas, je n'en sais pas plus que vous. Le titre, c'est The Warning Paulina Villarreal Velez Gears Masters. Donc j'espère que vous allez apprécier. On est parti. À tout de suite pour mon ressenti sur cette vidéo un peu spéciale en ce jour spécial. Voilà, donc j'espère que vous allez apprécier. On est parti.
Hi, I'm Paulina. I am the drummer from The Warning, and right now we're in the North American leg of our Error World Tour. It's the second leg we're doing here in the US, and we're very excited. We just released a new song that is called More, and this is like one of the first times that we've been playing it throughout this tour, so it's been really cool. I've actually had to modify my kits to play that new song, so I'm gonna walk you through it. This is a DW performance series, and she's called Bonbon, which is marshmallow in Spanish. I got it during the pandemic, and I was gonna like use it for the first time, and then the pandemic happened. So it still feels very new to me. This is a 10-inch tom. This is a 12, and that usually I go for a 14 here, but right now for live, I'm using a 16, and this is an 18. So I just can get like that deep sound. I use the toms a lot, like for main like rhythm parts. So I really wanted to get like that depth in there. My bass drum actually is a little bit shorter in depth. This is 2214 bass drum. My snare is a hand-hammered Black Beauty. As you can see, she's a beauty. I really like the snare. I've been using it for kind of a short time. It was actually a gift, so I'm very happy with it. It has a very deep sound. It sounds gritty. It depends on obviously how you tune it, but my drum tech Carlos always like gets just such a beautiful hard-hitting sound out of it. I use clear pinstripe Remo heads, again 10, 12, 16, 18 on the snare. I use the controlled sound coated one from Remo. So the tuning, especially in the toms, usually varies. These are usually tighter so I can get a good bounce from it. It sounds higher. But these ones are usually kind of tricky sometimes because I like them very loose. I like them deep sounding. But sometimes we get a lot of resonance. But Carlos, my drum tech, has this very cool trick. I don't know if you can see inside the drum, there are cotton pads. We use those to remove our makeup after the shows. And Carlos, one day, he just put them there. And it really dampens the sound, but it doesn't like mute it completely. So that's great. So I can get them a little bit loose without it being a complete mess for our sound engineer. So I am a Sabian artist, and I use HHX all over my drum kit. This is an 18 HHX. This is a 16. This is also 18, the Ozone Evolution, and a 20 China. This is a 14. I use this on very few songs, but it does make a huge difference because I keep this a little bit more close than I do this one. So every time I just want to like ride over here when I'm doing like double bass pedal things, I use this one. This is a little splash. I love it. I don't use it as much as I would like to, but hopefully in newer songs I can incorporate it more. My ride, it's a Raw Bell Dry Ride, 21, and she's a beauty. This is my absolute favorite cymbal ever. I've been using it for years, I think for like 6 years now, and it has such a cool sound. I crash a lot all the time, but I used to have just a normal, like another HHX over here, but this, it just sounds so much darker, so it really cuts through like the brightness of these HHX ones. I just incorporated this cowbell, this LP cowbell, to my drum kit because our new single More has a part with cowbell, and it's really fun using it. I haven't used a cowbell in like years, and it has like its little tricks because sometimes it just like really falls.
Ce n'est pas parce qu'on est en télétravail qu'on doit bosser dans la cuisine. Le Bon Coin IMO, le bien pour tous. Découvrez maintenant.
Sur Booking.com, passez du mode maison au mode vacances.
But it sounds so cool, and it's just really fun to just like drive in that. I love it. I am a big Firth artist. I use 5B barrel tip. I just changed drumsticks actually. I used to use 5A, but I'm a very hard hitter, and I wanted to stop. Like, it just felt really light in my hands, so I got this heavier set, and I've been using it this whole year, and it has made such a good difference. I don't have to use as like much strength to get like a very hard, deep sound out of them. This DW rack that I have, it's actually been like very modified by my dad. My dad like loves hardware, and it used to be like a little bit too large for me, so he like grabbed like a saw and just started cutting everything to my size, and everything is just like so meticulously measured and marked. So like every time that we're touring, like my drum tech and everyone in production can just set everything up really quickly. So it's very efficient. Every time we open for a band or something, we can get everything done in a very short amount of time, so we're not bothering anybody, and it's great. And it's also very comforting to arrive to each show knowing that the measurement of everything is gonna be exactly the same each show. So you don't get like wonky drum sets sometimes. It's all measured precisely. The pedal that I'm using is a Machine DW pedal. I used to use a direct drive from DW, but after they released the chain one, I prefer this one so much more. And it takes a while getting used to it, but once you get the hang of it, it's so easy to control. And again, I'm a very hard hitter, so it just comes back to me in such a easy way for me to like not hurt myself while I'm playing, and I just really love it. I've been using it for a while. In my hi-hat, I'm using a 9000 DW. I'm a DW girl. And for my MIDI pedals, I'm using some Roland MIDI pedals. They're very heavy, which is great. So basically, I launch all of our like stems and click through Ableton. And I used to have to do it with like manually, but it kind of looked really like clunky. Like after every single song, I would have to go and like enter. So with these MIDI pedals, I can launch the whole show without anybody noticing. And I used to have like, I've been through so many MIDI pedals and MIDI pads, but these are so great because they're really heavy. So like, they're not gonna be set off by like the slightest movement. They're like, it takes a good hit for it to change the scene. So they're fantastic. I have a start pedal and a stop pedal just in case something goes wrong. We're all humans, so sometimes we need to stop the click track. It's just so efficient for everybody to have these systems, and it's fantastic. The drum throne that I use is the DW Airlift 9000. It's great. I use it in the lowest setting because I'm really short, so but it's really comfortable. I love it. For in-ears, I use in-ears audio. They are fantastic. Usually we grow them out really quickly, but these have just like really lasted. And usually the problems that we have with in-ears is like the cables at one point, like they just don't plug in correctly and you don't hear stuff. But these ones have lasted wonderfully. What I hear the most in my mix is the bass, because me and my sister are just like really connected when we're playing. So having that, like those bass ends, just like really makes a big difference. For my kick block, I have a kick block because I hit it very hard, and usually it just goes so far. Sometimes, like when we didn't have a kick block, sometimes Carlos, my drum tech, would just have to be like there in front of the drum, just like for it to not move. So that is a lifesaver, and I love it. So that was my gear run through. Once again, we are The Warning. Our webpage is called thewarningband.com. We are The Warning Band on all social media, so go check us out. Thank you for watching.
J'espère que vous avez apprécié. Alors, ça sera vraiment dirigé sur les techniciens du son, de la batterie, vraiment les puristes. Vraiment, vous avez vraiment tout pour vous faire vous-même votre batterie. Elle explique tout. Franchement, c'est une vidéo très instructive pour ceux qui veulent se lancer dans la batterie. Bon, après, elle dit qu'elle est petite, hein, mais c'est vrai que techniquement, tout a été vraiment conçu pour le mettre à sa taille, parce que bon, je crois qu'elle fait entre 1,52 m et 1,55 m, je crois, si je me trompe pas. Donc effectivement, elle est petite. Et je confirme ce qu'elle a dit. Elle a dit qu'elle a pris des baguettes un petit peu plus lourdes pour éviter de taper un peu moins fort. Je peux vous dire que cette baguette-là, que j'ai pris là, je peux vous dire qu'elle est vraiment... euh, elle pèse son poids quand même. C'est pour effectivement, je pense... Basse, il fallait faire tomber. C'est pour le retour, je pense. Je pense qu'elle a besoin de donner moins de force. Le rebond fait que, effectivement, elle est moins embêtée à frapper comme une cinglée, mais ça n'empêche pas qu'elle casse quand même pas mal de baguettes. Donc j'espère que vous avez apprécié cette vidéo, qui n'était pas une vidéo de réaction sur une musique, mais j'avais envie de la faire parce que elle explique vraiment tout technique, ce qu'elle a au niveau de sa batterie, enfin tout, 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 tout. Elle lance même le spectacle à la pédale maintenant, parce qu'avant, je crois qu'elle le faisait à la main. Donc effectivement, c'est plutôt intéressant. Donc j'espère que vous avez apprécié. Si vous ne connaissez pas The Warning, je vais vous mettre une petite fiche ici avec leur chaîne YouTube. Si jamais vous ne les connaissez pas plus, descendez dans la description. Le premier lien, ça sera toujours leur chaîne YouTube. Le deuxième lien, ça sera le lien de la vidéo sur laquelle je vais réagir, hein. C'est la présentation du matériel de Paulina Villarreal. Voilà, plus connue sous le nom de Po. Voilà, donc j'espère que vous avez apprécié. Je tiens à remercier grandement toutes les personnes qui me suivent, de leur attention, de leur soutien, de leur abonnement, de leur pouce, parce qu'effectivement, ça aide énormément dans le référencement sur YouTube. Donc, allez-y. Et si vous voulez, partagez-moi votre avis dans les commentaires. C'est important aussi. Et si jamais vous voulez que je réagisse à une vidéo, peu importe laquelle, proposez, copiez le lien, mettez-le dans dans votre commentaire. Et donc, moi, je le récupère et j'y réagis au plus vite. Donc, n'hésitez pas à le faire. Franchement, c'est donnant-donnant. Donc voilà, j'espère que vous avez apprécié. On se retrouve demain sans faute pour la prochaine vidéo. Prenez soin de vous, prenez soin de votre famille, prenez soin de vos proches, prenez soin de tous ceux que vous pouvez aimer. Et on se retrouve demain sans faute pour la prochaine vidéo. Allez, je vous aime vraiment très fort et à demain. Allez. Paca, elle est, et je sais pas comment on dit en espagnol. A domino, no a nos. Allez, à demain, je vous aime, à demain.